Okay, hey everybody. Today is Sunday, June 30th. Wow, that was cool. And you got your brights on. And it's racing through this, my friends, is a neighborhood, 30 miles per hour, and he was going that as soon as he turned around. Wow. Okay, they needed some They needed some squirrel crossing signs out here. Seriously, lots of squirrels. I've been started feeding the squirrels and all. Squirrels, everything from squirrels to crows. And who else knows? Never mind. My goodness. Anyway, it's Sunday. Sundays are good days to go do these food deliveries. Okay, so far as I've noticed, at first I didn't think it was, but it was. It's pretty much the only day that I've seen where, I guess you thought you were going to get in front of me. Anyway, the guy looked in the mirror and he was looking at me like I was doing something wrong. Oh boy. Anyway, seriously, he was looking at me like I did something. Maybe. Anyway. Yes, anyway, what was I talking about? Sunday being a good day. That pretty much on the trend. What's trending? See, I'm stuck on the word trending when it's trends. But if you know, you know which app it is. I don't say the name of the apps. Some of them work alike, but this one I mainly look to see what is where it has the highest trends. That's not right. Which ones? You know, what times I should be wherever here. And has it worked for me? Not really. You know, not really. Because there's so many students and I would think, I can't verify that, you know, we'll never know. But students and educators of any kind out for the summer, and it's like every day. There's hardly ever any offers. There's some might look at this. You know, there's so many ways to look at things. An alternative way to look at it is nobody's ordering. When you go that extreme, so many points in between. You know, so I try to go out in the morning. This morning I was up like 3 something, I think, and then I just felt like it wouldn't be good for me to be driving. It's up until maybe 5. See, I take medication starting at 5 for my health conditions, plural. Yeah. Now, I mentioned before many times I'm doing this for health insurance, the affordable health care insurance here in Texas. I'm not going to say more. That's enough. Besides, you got to prove that you earn so much money. I'm not doing it for the money, but you got to earn so much money. And it seems like it's impossible. But anyway, you know, I might as well keep videos like this where I just record the same thing over and over to explain that. Oh my. But I hope it's not a day of bicycles, because there are roads that only have one lane going each direction, and they can't keep up with traffic. So that's not a good thing. When you go down a road, especially since we're timed on this, to get the orders to people's house at a certain time, and if people on these bikes are clogging up the roads, they can only go like, what, 15 or so? Yeah, I mean, it's the road, everybody, you know, can travel, so, okay, but still, it's a thing called empathy. I'm not saying all of them that travel don't have empathy, but, you know, anyway. Okay, yeah, it's 8:34. My voice is going out, pardon it. It's 8:34 in the morning on Sunday, and just the way that they were behaving, they would go separate ways, and they'd look down the aisle and look at me. You know, I don't think there was anybody else in there except for me and the guy in the front that was just standing there looking at his phone. don't think the pharmacy was open I don't think there was anybody else at all. That's scary. I mean, as it is, I worry for him. But they were acting weird. They really were. And so when I got up to the front, I looked at him, and he kind of looked at me, and I went like that, you know, like I'm showing you, you know, pointing. And I said, I got to get out of there, because one of them was very erratic. I don't know. Okay, I am stuck out here, and who knows whereville again. I have been down this road before, literally. I did a delivery to a place in Sashi. This is Sashi, as far as I know. It hasn't changed yet. Okay, I don't know where I'm going to go here. I don't know any place around here. I guess. Can't get over there. Anyway, I got to stop somewhere and figure out on the map where I am and how to get the heck out of Dodge. Yeah, I did this before, like I said, and it is so confusing. It's like you're driving and driving and driving, and you know, I keep thinking, oh, it's going to turn into like that asphalt road right there. And this is 5th, okay. And then I stopped at that place right there, that Allsup's. I don't even know how you pronounce that. And I can't see around the cars coming. Well, where am I going to be able to stop and probably at Allsup's again, because I've only been here one time. That's it. I know this road right here. Let me see. It's such a mess out here. Okay, I was on the right road. It's just that it says it's 5th Street, but the map says DeWitt. Yeah. And that's probably how I got lost the time before, because all of a sudden it says 5th and it's supposed to be DeWitt or DeWitt. I don't know. When I grew up, I heard that name and we called it something, pronounced it a little bit of a different way. Yeah. One of my mom's friends lived on that road, and she had a monkey that lived in her tree out front of her house. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I did one, and it was too many miles and took too much time. But it said it was only going to be, you know, I don't know. I think it said something like 25 minutes or something like that. And I would say it took more like 45, because right at the end out here, I guess it's new, the place that I was in, and it took me around a neighborhood, and the customer, he met me, he came out of the door, he said, there you are. I had to park down the street, not too far, 2 houses over or something. He says, there you are, we were worried about you. I said, yeah, it's the GPS sent me through some neighborhood, and he said, yeah, we wondered what happened. We saw what you were doing. He said, I told my wife I'm going to go out and try to find her. But it did. I mean, I've never been there, and it was sending me crazy, you know, to get to their house. And I said, I know, I've been down this one just a little while ago. And yeah, sure enough, that happens every blue moon. Especially out in the newer areas, you know, that happens quite often. Really. Not really. Not quite often, but sometimes. So, still. It just sticks in my head. Oh, no, not again. You know? But he was a tall guy, man. He was probably probably as tall as my brother, I'd say. My dad was 6'7". So, and I'm tall. I got it naturally. Honestly, as some people say. Got it honestly. Yeah, my dad was 6'7". My brother's 6'5". So, what difference? How would I know the difference, right? If the guy was more like my dad or more like my brother. Yeah, okay. But that was kind of funny. And I hope this is the right road, since it decided that it could be either one. But I had gotten out there one time before, like I said, and I remember because it did something weird then too. And I'm like, I can't depend on the map. You know, I had already delivered and I was trying to get back home. I couldn't depend on the map because it was doing weird things. I mean, not really weird, not the map doing weird things, but it would say to go this way, and there this was, did I have an order or something? But going that way, and I tried to stop at some place, and they were all closed, all the businesses, and I just saw all those businesses again. And, you know, when I finished delivering, I said, man, this is messed up as far as the GPS. And I've had other kinds of things, like a new house was built at the end of a street, and the woman, she had to come out. I guess she'd had it happen before. She came out and told me, it's over here, because there was a house built right next to hers, and her house was supposed to be at the end of the street. But there was a new house built there. So that was recent too. So it was, what, 2 weeks ago maybe? But anyway, so I am fairly certain I'm on the road. These roads look a bit more familiar now. But then again, that one did too, and I didn't remember which way, because I'd only been there once. I don't want to try to get any out here. I knew I knew the area was not going to be where I wanted to deliver, just in for a drive, I guess. But I never do those like that. I think it was like maybe $6, maybe close to $7, and then it was 9 miles, maybe close to 10. And I never do them like that, but I just, like I say, every once in a while I do these. Well, I might as well just get started. Don't know what. Well, it actually came up twice. Yeah. Because they really wanted somebody to deliver it. And I had to go from where I was at that time, had to go back north, and then I had to come back south. So, yeah, that's what. But anyway, I know that place is one I want to deliver from, and the way I've seen it, the more that you take offers from there, orders from a place, whatever place it is, the more it offers it. So, okay, I better. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am. Okay, I want to go to CVS. Yeah, I have a story to tell about CVS this morning. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. There's 2 of them, and they had their... Oh, 2 of them? Yeah. Wait a minute, the other one must have been something else. Yeah, it was. I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, that's a great way to come back to a video. Huh. Where was I? It's probably like 30 minutes after I last made a video. I still have only done that one, and I stopped off at CVS. I have a bunch of rewards on my card, if you put it that way. I think it was about $20-something, because it's the time they flip it over to the next month or something. Today's June 30th, so I don't know how it works anymore. Like, what's going on over there? Huh. They must have, their GPS must have sent them the wrong way. It sure must have. Seriously, because they come back around here, and now they're over here. Oh, man. Wow. Anyway, just totally distracted, huh? But it's, like I said, 10:20, or did I say? And I'm too distracted by this because I'm wondering what's going on. But I'm not sure if today's going to have more. And today's, I don't know what the heat index is going to be today. Yesterday I did see 110, but I was not out in it. Last year I was a fool, and I did go out. And one time I mentioned that the day had actually just kind of gotten away from me, the time that day, and Adam was with me. The same thing was with him too. And we got to a place, and I had to go up I think 1 or 2 flights of stairs. And I don't do apartments because of my knees. Had busted them up pretty bad in 2017, and scraped them up really, and it was a little bit of whatever happened to them. And then re-injured the left one in 2020, when I just kind of somewhat passed out, maybe, I don't know, on hardwood floor. Wow, just tipped to the side. Yeah, anyway. Oh no, let's see. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but the impression I got, the person came out in one of those, what do they call them, gurney? Or whatever they call them. I have no use for these words sometimes. I don't ever use them. But they had, it looked like the person in a neck brace. So maybe they fell. It looked like an elderly woman to me. I don't know. That's sad. Okay, anyway, I don't know what I was talking about before all that. I keep thinking maybe I go to another place, but you know that place that I have been to, if you've been watching my videos, I go to a place to get these food delivery, and I say that those fleet people, that's where they hang out. Well, I noticed this yesterday. I was out there, and it wouldn't let me turn that one that I used to see the trends, you know, where is going to have the better amount of them, offers and such, and an offer came through, and I usually just close, you know, hit to decline and then close the app, and it wouldn't let me close the app, you know, go offline, log off, whatever. I just want to call them all log off, you know? But it's not completely logging off the app totally. Got that? Yeah. Anyway, but it wouldn't let me, and I went down the road. It still was. It would go from like when I'm at home, it has one, you know, it's an at-home Wi-Fi. Then it goes to, it can go to mobile or mobile, however you pronounce it, wherever you are, or just regular Wi-Fi. There's 3 different ones. I don't know why they have that mobile one, mobile. Anyway, I don't know why it has that one, but I'm not being charged extra because I got it on purpose, you know, to do these the deliveries. The other one that just says Wi-Fi, that's all it says. And but it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't go to the one that says Wi-Fi, which is the one I use all the time, and it wasn't going to the one I was at home because I wasn't there. And so I don't know if it's just that area. I've seen it. That would be the second time, because when I started the first time I did this other the one new to me, yes, it told me, it said that I need to check my Wi-Fi because it was, I don't know what term it used, something like, but basically the term that it used meant that it kept going in and out, and that I was out there when that happened. And I was saying, no, it was me. I was thinking it was me because I had a problem with the Google Maps on it. You had to have your own, yeah. And I cut it off, you know, turned it off, flipped it. I don't know. I'm still distracted by why are they still sitting there? Yeah. Anyway, I'm too nosy today, I guess. I'm not a nosy person, but I do watch out for what goes on around me. I'm from that generation, you know. We were taught to make sure you watch what's going on in your environment. The last time I said that, it was because I hadn't been, and some guy came right up to he was jogging, and there was a sidewalk where he was jogging, but he came around to my driver's side window, and that was spooky. It was scary. Okay, I don't know what's going on over there. But anyway, it's 10:28 now. I don't know if I should move from here or not, because I don't think I've ever been here on Sunday for lunch. Sunday. Where did I get Sunday from? Sunday for lunch. I don't know. But I only have done one today. I don't even remember how much it was. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I decided to go home. As I was thinking about it, I remember, you know, I hadn't been feeling well. Okay, you know, I have a rare health condition. I don't mention it because, you know, there's so much. I just don't mention what it is. If you know, you know. Okay, but I did in the past, but I'm not going to do it again. Anyway, there's so much to it. And one of the things that I had forgotten about until just this drive on this road, really, and I remembered, was the feeling that I was having. It happens once a year, at least. Usually it's only once a year. And it's a physical thing during it I crave Diet Coke. I don't drink Diet Coke. I don't drink caffeine. And I crave the caffeine too. The whole Diet Coke thing going on. And I can remember this going back at least 20 years ago. I'd say 20 or so. And I can remember, saying the same thing. It's Diet Coke. I don't know. But anyway, just recently I bought a Diet Coke caffeine-free, and I prefer the Pepsi diet caffeine-free, or the Dr. Pepper caffeine-free diet. Yeah. But anyway, so maybe that's what it was, because it's a long explanation, and I'm not a healthcare provider, and I don't want anybody to think, oh, that's what I do, that's what I have. No, I don't give anything like that. No suggestions, nothing. I don't tell anybody anything. Tell them to or tell them not to, none of that. But this time has lasted much longer. I get very fatigued. And that word sounds funny. I think it's because I spell it in my head while I'm saying it. And it just seems to spell funny. I don't know. But I get kind of like this. I get very tired. And, well, I can't say that it's tired. It's, my voice will start to slow down. And then if I actually do drink that, it kicks in something. See, like I said, I don't want to tell anybody because, that is probably not what's going on. There's so many ways to see it, and I'm not a healthcare provider or a guru or know-it-all or voice of authority on it, not at all. And but that's how I feel about it, is that things, if I drink some of it, it just kicks something in, and at first I go really like I'm high on adrenaline or something, and then it kind of calms down. Okay, and then I know what the doctors say. Okay, I know what the health NIH, but the NIH I haven't really found much on this, because it does happen to me once a year. I mean, I can be like, oh man, I'm just too tired of moving. I just took 6 days off. So seriously, 6 days. I just couldn't feel, I worked yesterday, I think, not the day before. I just couldn't feel like getting up to do anything. And no, it's not depression. It's not that. It's not manic depressive, because that would be backwards even. But no, it has an adrenal issue. It's an adrenal issue. I'll say that much. But I had an interesting way one of them described it to me. And basically, all of a sudden, my body pumps out a whole bunch of adrenaline. Too much. After it's built up and it can't go through and all this kind of stuff. See, that's why I'm not saying it. I'm going to put it maybe I'll put this on my channel, that if I remember to. But I still feel a little bit fatigued. Maybe it's not doing it as fast and as furious. Because I'll get like, I'll talk really fast and I'll say the things, and I'm just like that when it happens. But right now it just seems maybe it's calmer. I don't know. It's not as bad as it used to be, maybe, when it happens. Or maybe it's really bad because the weight gain could be associated to it also. And when I went to the hospital last year, it could be too. But you can't find experts on it. Even the people who, it's their job, as one of them said, that's their job. I can't find experts on it at all. Seriously, they don't want to take it. Like one said, the one we saw, Adam was with me earlier this year. First time I saw her, she said, it makes it hard on me. What do you think it makes it on me, woman? And that's why I'm here, and that's your job. And somebody, the nurse the other day, she said, I bet you fired her. I said, I sure did. She was my age. People my age that I've run across in healthcare, they can relate to me, because like one of them, she told me the other day, we were on the phone and she talked to me for over an hour, she was telling me about what she has experienced here in Texas, and she's in that field. So it was kind of, and she says she just doesn't put up with her crap. That's a typical Texan woman to me. I am a Texan woman. Something that people that we're ones who let people take advantage of it. Well, they think of that of anybody in the South. We're not exactly the South, but the way some people are looking at it, yeah. But they think of that, like I said, like women from the South. Really? you that fooled? It's definitely not Texan. And that's not everyone, of course. It's just it's more of a stereotype, really. Not really a stereotype, because it really doesn't have that real negative connotation to it. But the Texan women I know, that I've known in my lifetime, 61 years, they don't take crap off of people. There are probably many of them out there, but I'd say most do not take crap. And that woman, the way she was telling me her stories were so cute, I was like, yeah, she is definitely Texan. She was here located in Texas, so. Okay, it's 3:23 p.m. June 30th, 2024. We're here. Adam went inside to get us some thin crust pizzas. I really didn't want it, but that's what he wanted. I think it tastes too much sodium. But anyway, yesterday Adam went and got us some barbecue at a place we saw when I was delivering there. I've been picking up the order there to be delivered. About, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he asked the guy there, I'm not going to name the place, but he asked the guy, is it low sodium? Because you can get barbecue low sodium. They just don't, soak it in sodium, and they don't put a whole bunch on it and all that. And the guy told him yes. We both were like, oh my goodness. And then I looked on their website, finally found it. And it says that, one of the things that I ate, and that was it, was 76% of the daily, the daily, I don't remember what they call it. But, okay, anyway, Adam came out and I had to cut that off, but, okay, the delivery guy next to me. Anyway, and, but I don't know if it cut off what I was saying. I was saying that one thing that I ate was 76% of the daily sodium that the person suggested, or whatever. That's way too much sodium. Salt, whatever. Sodium is sodium. No, it's not. There's so many different types of sodium. I am not an expert on it. Not a waste of authority. But anyway, we're gonna get this pizza. Just one. I usually don't eat. The last time I didn't eat any. So, but we just went out to get me some insulin, because I had trouble with insulin bottles and it not working once again. So I'm no longer going to go to the one I went to, because the pharmacist there really ticked me off. It was last week, was it? Yeah, it was about 10 days ago or so. And I asked her a question she didn't know. This one over here, she knew the answer to. So easy. It was what I thought it was also. But at least she had an answer, and that woman at the other one, she's just smart. That's all there is to it. So anyway, I went to one on our way back. We went to do the CVS thing. I had some, I thought he had his, and got there and he said, well, I don't have one. Alrighty, but anyway, today I saved $40, in other words. Not in other words, but just to make it brief. And then I went to the place where I get the insulin, and they didn't have any of that one. Called another one where we go to, they didn't have any. And I asked them, I said, and why don't you have any? Because if you can't depend on your pharmacy in the chain, the whole chain, not to have any insulin, that's not good. In my view, that is dangerous for some people. Wouldn't be for me, but for some people. you know, probably a lot of people around here. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to get home. It's 100 degrees outside, which means it's probably 110 or so, if not more. Ooh. Wow. Big old bubble truck just pulled up next to me. I mean, big bubble truck. It is, the tires are almost as big as tall as my SUV. Okay, whoa. Seriously. Wow. Very noisy too. But anyway, I'm just ready to go home. But anyway, after that, when we called, and it was very frustrating, I think. But anyway, like Adam had it on speaker, and I said, "Why don't you have any?" And the woman, she did everything possible to not answer. And Adam said later on, he said, "You're not going to get any answer from them. They're not going to take any blame."